And these are some of the 9 levers that people neglect to pull to grow faster. We often see, well, I don't do any marketing. It all comes to me through word of mouth. And it's almost a little bit like a badge of honor. And there is no prize for being the world's best kept secret. Absolutely no prize. You know, one of the big things is we talk about priming the pump. This is what are you doing every single day to build your profile, and having processes to generate new business which just work rather than this lack of daily marketing activity. And this is the biggest thing I see, is that people just, they go quiet for 3 months over busy season. The next one we see is, well, I don't have a niche, and they try and be all things to all people. We've started a new program with members literally this week on a new business accelerator. And about a third of the 12 people on the course said, I'll take any client. And if you're saying I'm going to take any client, then you are going to be taking a lot of crap in. You've got to be taking the people you want. Paul, roughly how many leads do you get in each month, and how many do you keep, and how many do you give away?
Pre-lockdown, we're on to 10 to 15 leads a month, but we probably keep 2 of them.
Yeah. And interesting, I was speaking with one of my members yesterday, and he goes, yeah, we're turning work away. You know, and when you're in that position where you can turn work away, you can actually choose the clients you want. And it makes a big, big difference, because you get clients that value you, which makes it much, much easier. The next thing is we see people not managing their pipeline of new business. They don't follow up, do they, Ashley? You know, they have a conversation and then it goes quiet. You know, what are you actually doing? How are you doing it type stuff? But we also see that people are not making it easy to get in touch with you when they're ready. You know, maybe you're not doing regular emails, maybe you're not doing regular kind of virtual events these days. You know, are you on social media regularly? You know, have you got regular contact with introducers? Is there an easy way to book into your calendar, an Acuity scheduling Calendly link? These make a massive difference. How easy is it for clients to get in touch with you? Do you have your phone number, your email address on every single page of your website? If not, it's time to get your website redesigned. How do you tell clients they don't fit with you? Paul, how do you do that? How do you tell the 18 or so leads that you turn away every month? Sorry, it's not you, it's me.
So what I explain is that I'd love to help you, but our niche specialism is helping businesses with turnover over £250,000, and therefore our cost base wouldn't be appropriate for you. So what I suggest is, why don't you speak to my mate? I give him the name, and he'd be able to help you deal with what you want.
You're just honest right at the start. People price too low. You know, one of the first things that Ashley and Val do with new members into the club is help them sort their pricing out. Now, you might kind of go, well, I can't just put a price increase right now because my clients won't accept it. What we suggest is you do the client portfolio analysis, and then you actually look at who is really unprofitable, and you sit down with them, you do a business review, and then you re-quote. Now is probably not the time to do a blanket 10% increase. We see people having websites where it's really difficult to work out, what do I really want? You know, we've got to help prospects self-select. Are you being really evident about who you work with on your website? Now, I'm not talking you have to have a sector expertise, because you don't have to have sector expertise, but you need to, as you just said, you specialize with businesses that are 250K upwards, you know. So it doesn't need to be a sector expertise, but there will be something that you do and you do really well. Are you focusing on that? Have you got packages with pricing on to help people self-select? We see people leaving business on the table in sales conversations because they just go in and say, oh, so you need and I'm exaggerating a lot, but you just need a set of accounts and whatever, instead of going into what they really need. So what's prompted you to move accountant? You know, what motivated you to start your business? What's the reality right now? What are those issues? And the other thing we see is people being too focused on costs. So they allow the service to drop or overtrade, and they don't get resource in fast enough, or they cut corners and bring in cheap members of the team, so the clients get crap service and leave. Is there any of these, Paul, that you might have done at any point in time?
I'll put it this way, I can identify with probably all 9.
And you've still managed to grow. You break $500,000 this year, am I right, Paul?
With a fair wind, yes.
Yeah. So, you know, you could get a lot of this wrong. It's all about, can you learn from it and move on? But we so often undervalue ourselves and underprice. And this is why our profit margin is often low. And when I say low, if we've got a team of more than just an apprentice, it's often under 30%. And then because our pricing is too low, our profit margin is too low, our cash is low, so we haven't got the money to bring in the new member of staff when we need it, or get the software when we need it. And so we then work long hours with very little momentum to grow. The other thing is we stop learning. It's a big, big one. And when you grow, you go through stages where your role changes, your identity changes, what you need to do changes. And so if you're not picking up the new skills, if you're not getting yourself so you're at the right point for where your business needs to be, your business will go backwards. You know, your institutes insist that you do your own CPD. And basically the big learners are the big earners. You know, and Paul, how many business books do you read every week?
I generally have 3 or 4 on the go at any one moment in time.
Yeah, and you have a Blinkist subscription, so you read the executive summaries to see which ones you should go and read. You know, the big learners are the big earners. You know, and I know our members love the book club that the two of you run together for the club, but you never graduate as a business owner. There is always something new to learn. And as soon as you stop learning, you have a choice. You can either sell your firm or watch your firm gradually start to decline.